Okay, okay. Mm, oh, all right. So guys, so for today's lesson, we are going to learn about optical illusion as limitation of the sense of sight. So first of all, we check the presentation. So this is the presentation, the optical illusion. So this is a picture for optical illusion. Okay. So we can conclude many things here. uh, different angle kita akan dapat jawapan yang berbeza lah. Okay, so this one nampak macam dia pusing-pusing kat situ and then for this one we have owl, we have snake here, we have bird, we have a wolf and many things. Sometimes kita tampak benda yang lain juga. Then ada dekat sini Voyager punya kapal. And ni ada orang, ni nampak macam an old man, this is an old woman. So all of this is a optical illusion. Sini pun ada orang juga kan. Okay, ni bottles tapi kita nampak macam dia punya earring. Okay, lepas tu balik gambar yang lain. Kalau macam ni gambar yang lain lah. Kita nampak. So we know that our eyes have a defects, yeah, in a normal vision, okay, such as the short-sightedness and long-sightedness, and also we have the astigmatism. Astigmatism ni maybe tak ramai yang alami, okay, but for short-sightedness and long-sightedness kita biasa nampak lah. Okay, apa dia short-sightedness? Okay, kalau kita bagi tahu dekat sini, rabun dekat. Long sightedness kita bagi tahu rabun dekat. Kalau short sightedness kita bagi tahu sebagai rabun jauh. Okay. The causes and symptom is important. Nanti awak boleh pause. And then method of correction using which lens, concave lens or convex lens. So you need to determine. Okay. Why? Because for short sightedness ataupun rabun jauh ni, orang yang tak nampak yang pakai spek yang biasa-biasa lah, yang muda-muda ni, we have short sightedness. Okay, because light focus point in front of the retina, dia tak sampai dekat screen. The retina is the screen. Okay, jadi tak nampak. That's why kita kata yang benda-benda jauh yang kita tak nampak, so that kena pergi dekat lagi baru nampak. That's why BM kita panggil rabun jauh. Tapi in English we call as a short sightedness. Why? Because the image in front of the retina, image dia tak panjang, image dia pendek saja in front of retina. It should be on the retina, tapi sekarang in front of retina. That's why kita kata dia short. For long sightedness, yang bahasa Melayu kita gunakan sebagai rabun dekat. Jadi dia terpaksa jauhkan buku, jauhkan objek-objek tu baru nampak. Okay, in English kita panggil long sightedness because the image is focused behind the retina. Dia terlalu panjang pula, dia punya image pembentukan dia tu. Okay, ataupun in other language we call it as a myopa. Okay, normal lah. It should be focused on point at the retina. Okay, so you use concave lens. Concave lens bentuk dia macam tu lah, macam cekung. Okay, that's concave lens. C kat sini kan, concave. Kalau convex lens beza. Okay, for long sightedness we call it as a hyperopia. Okay, so how to correct it? We use convex lens. Convex ni macam cembung. Okay, astigmatism kita tengok macam tu. Nanti ni awak boleh pause. Nanti saya tunjukkan juga kepada nota kita, science process skill. So that ini kita teruskan pada science process skill kita. Nanti awak boleh pause lah. Okay. So observe diagram. So it's actually not true because we call it as an optical illusion. So why? Explain the limitation of sense of sight. Okay, because the brain is unable to interpret accurately. Okay, on what is actually seen by the eyes. So that's we call it as a optical illusion. Because we know our eyes, we have a limitation of sense of sight in which the brain cannot interpret accurately. Sama juga macam-macam lah. You can also Google in YouTube, okay, what is optical illusion, ataupun nak tengok contoh-contoh optical illusion so that it mind blown. And we also have a blind spot. So what is blind spot? Biasanya blind spot ni jadi accident tu semua disebabkan oleh blind spot. Okay, ni boleh tengok lah. Okay, it's a disadvantages for us to have a blind spot in our vision. So kita kena selalu semak blind spot, especially when we drive. Biasa kita ada side mirror. So that kind of side mirror pun still tak boleh nak detect the blind spot. You have to turn your face, pergi arah belakang, tunjukkan ke arah belakang, okay, untuk check your blind spot. So at a certain distance, the dot disappear and then reappears when this book is moved nearer to the eye. So that ni you can use your own experiment. Awak boleh test lah ni. Pause video and then you try with your book. Okay, so at the moment, the image dot false spot X, which is located at the base of the optic nerve, as shown in diagram below. Okay, should be dekat sini. Tapi dia pergi dekat X. So that dekat X ni lah yang kita bagi tahu sebagai the blind spot. Sebab image sepatutnya dia bentuk pada sini, the retina. Tapi tak bentuk pada retina, dia bentuk pada tempat yang lain selain pada retina. That's why kita kena adjustkan pemandangan kita lah. And the dot disappear from the view. Okay, so ni keadaan dia lah, kita tak nampak. That's why biasanya orang accident sebab dia tak nampak blind spot. Oh, tak perasan lah apa semua. Tadi check mula-mula tak ada kereta, tiba-tiba ada kereta, tak ada motor. Okay, ada ni photoreceptor on blind spot? Of course no. That's why kita tak boleh nak detect langsung. We need to make sure that the image should focus on the retina. That's why kita mesti adjustkan kepala kita ataupun bahagian mata kita lah. Okay, because we know that the light dia ni tadi, dia punya movement tu dia secara lurus lah, dia tak bengkok-bengkok kan. And then tick true and cross for false. Okay, so ni senang saja saya rasa. Nanti boleh tengok video kat YouTube blind spot accident. Okay, yang penting yang ni lah, the eye defect and ways to correct them. Okay, yang saya bagi tahu tadi, rabun jauh or short sightedness. English short sightedness because the image appear in front of the retina. Untuk rabun dekat ataupun long sightedness, the image appear behind the retina. Okay, so how to correct it? Okay, this is the reason. Okay, because of the eyeball and then the eye lens. Eye lens tu dekat sini lah, to tick. That's why kita kena gunakan concave lens. Sebab concave lens ni tadi, eye lens kita memang macam ni. Dia every eye lens is a convex lens. Okay, convex lens, the function nak focus. Okay, so that kalaulah eye lens kita dekat sini too thick, so dia akan jadi lebih teruk, image tu akan terbentuk dekat sini. That's why kita pakai lens yang lawan dia pula, concave lens, so that image tu akan tepat kena dekat situ. Yang ni tadi image dekat belakang. Okay, that's why kita kena tambah lagi di convex lens Sebab convex lens ni dia nak fokus. Fokus kan. So that dia akan dekatkan image tu. Yang ni dia akan jauhkan lagi image tu tadi. Okay. And then the irregular curvature of the surface of the cornea or the eye lens cause all the light rays from an object not to meet at a point on the retina. Okay. So name the eye defect and state the type of lens used to correct it. This one is special because this is the astigmatism. And then we have to use the cylindrical lenses. Dia gabung lah. Dia namakan, dia tak minta awak untuk lukis apa-apa pun. So that we settle tadi. And then astigmatism, we repeat, caused by irregular curvature of the cornea of the lens. And then the light rays from an object is split and focused at a different points in the eye. So it's not symmetrical, dia tak rata nampak dia. So dia bukan macam tadi in front or behind the retina. But for this problem is focus at different points in the eye. So bercelaru lah, lagi kelam kabut jadi dia. Saya pun tak tahu macam mana. If we have a simulation, saya tak cuba cari. And then sunlight may be focused on the retina and sunlight will be focused in front of or behind the retina. So that dia lagi dahsyat ya. And then it will causes a blur vision for both near and distant object and can be corrected with the cylindrical lenses. Ni tadi kita dah check. Then so kalau ni kita tengok lah. Yeah, astigmatism. So we use like this one. Dia punya cornea tu tadi bentuk dia lain macam sikit. So we need the multiple focal points. Okay, correction with lenses kita akan dapat macam ni. And then limitation of sight and hearing, because we know tadi kita ada optical illusion, and hearing also we have someone with needs aid sebab tak boleh nak mendengar dengan baik. Okay, so limitation of sight, cannot see through object, they are not transparent. So apa yang kita boleh gunakan, the device, we need X-ray or ultrasound. Dia ada macam-macam lagi sekarang ni, which is we have a CT scan, we have apa tu yang kita panggil, saya lupa. Okay, and cannot see object that are very far away, so we have a binocular or telescope. Okay, and then we cannot see object that are very tiny, so we need a magnifying glass or microscope, and cannot see around corners, so we need a periscope. Okay, so this is an ultrasound machine, then telescope, and then microscope, and we have also the projectional radiography. For X-ray generator, kita tengok dekat sini lah, how the radiographer ni semua benda dia akan buat untuk CT scan sampai ke apa tu yang paling dalam tu, saya lupa lah. Tadi ingat dah lupa dah. Okay, and then for limitation of hearing, defect of hearing occurs when the sense of hearing of a person does not function perfectly. So, caused by damage to ear due to infection by microorganism or injury. Sometimes injury ni dia sifat dia permanent, sometimes dia sifat dia sekejap saja, lepas certain masa dia akan okey. Kalau siapa yang pernah tengok Baby Driver, awak tahulah dia injury ni macam mana. Okay, the movie Baby Driver. And then because of the aging process, and also because of continual loud sound. So kalau terlalu mendengar terlalu kuat setiap masa pun akan jadi rosak jugalah, because the cell of dia kena bekerja dengan kuat. Okay, the organ kena bekerja dengan sangat kuat. And then the damage to the ears and ways to correct them. So if ear canal clogged by foreign object, apa yang kena buat? Remove the foreign object clogging in the ear canal. So ni senang saja kalau tersumbat tu kan. Ataupun rupture eardrum. So you need to repair the rupture eardrum using surgery. Kalau eardrum kena surgery. Kalau ossicle sama juga. Okay. using medicine or surgery. Kalau cochlea sama juga, we need to replace. Sebab cochlea ni tadi kita bagi tahu dia will change the vibration into impulse, so that kita kena gunakan cochlear implant. Dia macam satu organ lah, detector. And then the auditory nerve, no effective treatment yet. Tapi kalau apa, kita kena buat macam seolah-olah satu saraf yang baru lah, the nerve, macam elektrik punya kan, masukkan dalam badan pula lah. Okay, so stethoscope sebab kita tak boleh nak dengar dengan baik. Kalau someone tu dia punya jantung dia berdegup, so kena buat macam ni lah, guna stethoscope. And then hearing aid, then we have microphone, but yang terlalu belakang, terlalu jauh, tak boleh nak dengar apa kita cakap, so microphone will loud the voice, and loudspeaker. Alright, itu saja.